All right, and then next in the list we had so many goalie changes because there were a lot of fucking
My
goalie
days.
changes.
My days.
There were so many. I think.
I see you have a lot written there, Benny. There's a extensive list that I just saw too.
Yeah,
There's a lot.
I kind of copied down just a few that were the most intriguing to me, starting with Braden Holtby to Vancouver, which I don't think is that shocking. I'm not in the sense that I'm not shocked that Vancouver brought in like a veteran for a couple years because I didn't think they were ever gonna commit long term to Markstrom when he's already 30 and was gonna be fetching the contract he was when they have Thatcher Demko and they have another goalie prospect. But Thatcher Demko, anyway, as somebody young that's waiting there. A guy like Braden Holtby, who he's been really bad lately, I think does make a lot of sense if you can bring him in for a couple of years to be like just sort of a mentor, bridge the gap to Demko. I think that makes a lot of sense. I think they got a lot worse around their net in just about every other facet of their team.
Decimated, dude. Oh,
But
man.
They had some interesting things that they did.
I don't know what the fuck they're doing otherwise. But I don't know.
They're still a couple million over the cap too.
Yeah. I will, but also Holtby's last 3 seasons save percentage .907, .911, which and then .897 last year.
Oh!
Yeah. Yeah. So who knows? I mean, it is Braden Holtby. He has, I think, he's got at least one Vezina. I think he might even have 2. I think he
got the nickname Holt Beast for a reason. So.
Yeah, like he could be decent. My goodness. Yeah. I don't think the work they did around their net is going to help them in that regard.
Yeah, I don't know. They lost a lot.
Next is going to be probably the strangest thing to see on the ice. There's going to be a lot of strange changes in jerseys.
But definitely.
This is Henrik Lundqvist wearing a Washington Capitals jersey.
Yeah, that's.
I called it, which I'm gonna.
You did call it.
I tweeted about it like a week before, and I think I had told it in like a conversation even before then with. Was it you?
I saw the tweet. I saw the tweet, but
I thought he was gonna retire.
But here's the tweet, and yeah.
Yeah.
That was just insane, dude.
Yeah, no, but like 1 year, 1.5 mil. I mean, his last 3 seasons, 915, 907, 905. Mm-hmm. But I also think that has a lot. It is actually, yeah. But I think a lot of that has more to do with the fact that also kind of coincides right with when the Rangers said they like went into a self-proclaimed rebuild, and it's like not the strongest Rangers teams he's had in front of him. And he only had 26 starts last year. I think he's a goalie that functions a lot better when he gets more work. And I think he will probably get a fairly split season with Ilya Samsonov next year is my prediction, in that Ilya Samsonov still is fairly young and new in the league. I think if you can give like a 40, maybe not necessarily 41-41, but even if like you want to get Ilya Samsonov the majority, give him like a 50-32 split. I think that could be really nice, having a Samsonov or Samsonov. I've heard it both ways, but him and Lundqvist together, I think that could be pretty nice.
I agree.
Yeah. Washington, I don't know. They're confusing because they still got so much good.
They do. They do have a lot of good.
The last 2 years of playoffs have been.
Dude, they've been there already. It's like, how big is another one? How important is it really?
I mean,
they got their cups. They can go to the side now. Let other teams win.
That's the thing. Whenever I hear Pittsburgh Penguins fans or Chicago Blackhawks fans complain like about anything to do with the playoffs, I'm like, you gotta wait till at least like 2025, 2030 before you're allowed to be mad.
How long's it been? How long's it been for the Canadians?
Since '93, so 27 years.
27 years.
The Sens never.
Sens have never.
The Island longer. It's like mid '80s, right? Early to mid '80s. 84. Yeah. So, fuck you, Mike.
That's the best part about being an Island and being my age. Everyone's like, "Yo, 4-year dynasty," and I'm like, "Wasn't even a thought then." So,
Yeah, that's like the thing. Like, yeah, most Stanley Cups. Fuck yeah, let's go. Yeah, I've been won 27 years. Fuck.
That's funny.
Like that meme where it's the guy celebrating like 3 podiums down from the top. That's Habs fans, right?
That's Habs fans every year.
Yeah, but
actually,
we lost.
real quick segue. Sorry, you mentioned the Capitals and doing poorly in the playoffs. They were quick to jump on Peter Laviolette, right? It's the new head coach.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I like. He's proven himself. I think right when he went to Nashville after Trotz left, he got them into the playoffs. What, a couple years, right?
He was their coach during the Cup run that they made with Subban, which is still that's the saddest I've ever been about the result of a series that didn't involve the Habs.
Yeah.
But has he ever had a cup? I feel like he had a cup with the Hurricanes.
Yes, he won it with the Hurricanes in
2006.
Yeah, 6. There we go. I was like,
huh. Which we're going to get to that later, too, because it's involved in another point. Okay. But, what were you saying about the Capitals, though?
Oh, no, that was pretty much it. I just remembered that Peter Laviolette. Like, I completely forgot about that because Todd Reardon, who picked up the Penguins were quick to pick him up, which was interesting.
Oh, yeah. He grabbed him as an assistant. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Penguins... That's the other thing. Actually, before we go on to Markstrom, what the fuck are the Penguins doing? Holy hell. Did Bergevin break them? I don't...
What are the Penguins doing?
I feel like I know they signed Cody Ceci. So
that was interesting.
Like a $1.5 million contract for Cody Ceci. Absolutely garbage.
That was interesting when I saw it.
Even the Senators were smart enough to get rid of that trash defenseman.
Oh, listen to Nick. So got him.
Like, what ads did they make? I mean, bringing back Evan Rodriguez. They brought in Michael Matheson, who is signed to $4.875 for 6 more years. For Michael Matheson.
Oh, that's a bad.
They brought in Cody Ceci. Like, I don't know, man.
Jeez.
I don't know. They're okay in goal because they honestly always should have been starting Tristan Jarry against the Habs. They probably would have won if they did that. I don't know though. They're confusing. Like, Kasperi Kapanen's gonna save you. That's for sure.
Steve Dangle about him. I bet you he won't.
I think Dangle is real happy with the Toronto going forward.
Yeah, which is also on our list. But sorry, I wanted to yell about the Penguins for a bit. But going back to the goalie changes, next up is a guy we've already talked about a little bit, Jacob Markstrom, who showed himself to be quite the goalie in these playoffs that Nick didn't watch, so he wouldn't know. I don't know about 6x6 though.
He's the best one out there.
He's the best goalie out there?
Oh, I'm saying he's proven himself, and he's one of the top tier goalies out there in the league right now.
I mean, he's good.
The Senators would have went after somebody like him, or Darcy.
He's good, but I don't like. He's good, but I actually thought he's kind of only had a couple good years. I actually looked into it. He had a 9.15 in 2015-16, and he's been a 9.10 or above ever since, with 9.18 last season. So he's actually been pretty shockingly he's not been like a Vezina caliber goalie every year, but he's always been decent for like the last 5 years.
Okay.
That's not nothing, but he's already 30 and they just gave him 6x6.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Calgary fucking needed a goalie though.
They did.
And that's the best goaltender situation they have had in years. Because among all signing Markstrom, they already still have David Rittich, and then just for funsies, they signed Louis Domingue to $700,000. And Louis Domingue is not by any stretch an amazing goalie, but Mike, I think you saw him recently. He was serviceable.
He's no slouch. He was part of the he was part of the record tying Tampa Bay Lightning regular season team.
Yeah.
I think he had what 10 wins, I think. So he didn't play.
Yeah,
he didn't play all
have
that.
a crazy amount of starts, but
He didn't play all that much. But when he did play, he obviously had the 2018, 2019 Tampa Bay Lightning in front of him. So.
But I think any year that you're not going to be going into it having Cam Talbot be your starter, it's going to be better for Calgary, I think. So I don't hate the Markstrom deal a ton, but I think towards the end of it they could not be loving it. But I think that's most contracts at this point.
Yeah.
And last in the line of interesting goalie changes I had found was Corey Crawford.
Yeah.
Montreal native.
Yeah.
Actually, might not be Montreal. I think he's just in Quebec, but lives near Montreal.
Quebec native.
But going to New Jersey, which I still don't know what the hell they're going to try to be next year.
Dude,
But
they're going for
what
the
did
cup.
y'all think about? I mean, hey, who the fuck knows
Talking
anymore?
about Corey
Like,
Crawford opens up a whole can of worms that I know we.
that is next,
go
actually,
to.
or is almost
Yeah.
next.
yeah, but 2 years by 3.9 mil for Corey Crawford, who
That's pretty damn good.
his last 3 years of stats on some pretty garbage Chicago Blackhawks teams. Not garbage, but I mean they're not good. They were 23rd in the league this year. They and the Habs were the two bullshit teams to make the playoffs. But on those teams, he was a
I'd
9.29.
never say.
What?
That's something that I thought we would never see with the the team's had so many good players for so long,
Yeah,
and now they're just falling off the cliff.
I mean,
Every-
It's inevitable for any of these packed
everybody-
teams. It's gonna happen at some point.
Everybody
happens, yeah.
falls.
Just imagine the day when the Lightning in Toronto, all their superstars get old.
Well, Toronto
You're gonna be in a-
still doesn't perform.
I was gonna say Toronto still needs to actually do something first. Like
But yeah,
that's a whole
no.
other discussion.
It's gonna be very weird when we get to a league where
I
the
think-
Tampa Bay Lightning place outside the top 2 in their division.
I think it's really good they got their cup this year because I think past like the next like 2 or 3 years, it's gonna be you're gonna be wrapping it up. I
Yeah,
think.
they're gonna go back down to the slumps,
Yeah.
and they're gonna start building their way back up.
But Corey Crawford
Corey Crawford.
had a 9.29, 9.08, and 9.17 on the Blackhawks last 3 years. Very
Oh my
capable
God.
goaltender still. Yeah,
And then they
on
get
those
rid of-
Blackhawks.
Wow.
Yeah. So like he's a very capable goalie still. If
That's a
PK
cheap
Subban-
contract.
if PK Subban cannot be a shell of his former self like he was last year, I still think he could be good again. Like I don't understand what last year was, but I think he can recover from that. But I think he gives the Devils something, I guess. But like I don't really know what else they got around. Like what are the Devils doing? Anything?
I haven't heard much.
Nico Hischier, Travis Zajac.
Just bringing up their cap friendly right now.
My boy Travis.
Oh, they
Zajac.
got Andreas.
Oh, yeah,
they got
they
Andreas
got-
Janssen.
Yeah, that looks like that's been their one thing. Well, and Corey Crawford.
Yeah. Oh, they took.
Oh,
They took. I think they grabbed Dmitry Kulikov. I forget who they grabbed him from. But I thought they. Yeah. But he
was
let.
with the Jets for the
Yeah.
longest time. They still got a fuckload of. Okay, New Jersey's not done yet. They still got 17 million cap space, and they got barely a roster. They're not done yet.
You guys want T Dick?
Yeah, that makes
There's
sense.
still a lot of. There's still a handful of decent free agents out there too. Mike Hoffman's still available. Duclair's still available. There's still going to be some action going on within the next
There was.
know.
That was something
month
that
or so, but I
Steve Dangle was saying.
these guys are definitely not going to be getting signed to what they think they're going to get signed now.
Oh no. Anybody who's still there has waited too long.
Yeah.
Way too long. They're gonna get those 1-year prove it deals, and who knows where the money's at next year.
I
just
like
they all
Taylor
be signed
Hall.
at this point.
Yeah, I think that's why. I mean, I think that's why Taylor Hall probably, which confusing is. Yeah,
Taylor
I
Hall
want
is a
to.
whole different story. I think.
I want to
Taylor
win.
Hall is going to be. I think you know what Buffalo is going to do with Taylor Hall, and this is just from what my boss is a big Sabres fan. One of the other guys I work with like
that
Sabres
sucks
too, and I think he's going to be trade bait right at the deadline. They're going to trade him and get because the Sabres are definitely not a cup contending team.
Well, no.
So why?
How many more teams are gonna?
No?
How many more teams are gonna give up lots of draft capital at the trade deadline for Taylor Hall again, for him to come in and not do anything in a playoff series again? Like,
it's gonna happen though. It's just it looks like
I'm sure it's going to, but like,
it all depends on the year he has. But I gotta say, a line with Eichel and Taylor Hall is a little bit scary.
Yeah, no, like Jack Eichel's finally feeding somebody or getting fed by somebody who's actually like a good player.
And if
Yeah,
and
so it's something new for him.
Jeff Skinner.
my
Jeff Skinner's not
my
terrible,
girlfriend's
but
favorite player, Jeff Skinner. But he's
why?
I think
he needs to,
it's because he's cute.
I mean, he is kind of cute. But
He is. He looks like a friggin' boy.
Isn't he signed to a fucking ludicrous contract? Isn't he like
It's-
9.5 a year?
I don't think it's
It's a
that
lot.
much.
It was big.
I don't think
It
it's
was a big
9.5.
contract for him,
That's cooch.
and he
That's
hasn't
cooch
lived
money.
up-
No,
any
it's
other.
not. Excuse me, it's not 9.5. It's 9 flat.
Jesus!
Yeah,
Oh my God! It's so long.
yeah, yeah. I don't know if there's more after
signed
this,
him
but
to
it
a
goes
max,
until
what,
at
2
least
years
2026, 27.
Jeez!
Ah,
They signed him to a
that's
max 2 years ago.
Wow!
Alec Poso at $6 million still that hurts a lot too. I feel bad for Kyle Okposo. His decline was more so injuries and everything than it was anything.
Dude, come on. Kyle Oposo, legendary Islander. Love
Yeah.
that guy.
Island,
He got his
Islanders
money
legend.
though.